Hello. I hope that you can see me proper as we are testing new things. Welcome back to my little corner of the world. Well, it's not really a corner this time around as I'm sitting in the middle of the couch. But I am going to take you through something that I find very cool this time around. Now, as I've said, we are testing small little improvements, and that small little improvement is the camera, how the cameras are working and all of these different things. So let me explain the setup that I have. So you know where we're building from. We're building from recording via iPhone. We are running the screen through a MacBook so we can see all of these things, because I am recording with the back screen towards me, so I can't see myself. So I needed to have the MacBook as well, so I can actually see what's happening and where my head is, so I'm not moving around like a crazy person, and you can actually see what it is that I want to show. Now, the reason why we are doing it this way, for those that are tech geniuses out there, is because the camera on the backside of the phone, I am not a genius with these things, but I do know that there is better zooming functions, right? There is better light, so when I come close to things, it will automatically show the different things. And those are the features that we wanted to test and try out this time around. And it came from my good friend Samo, and also actually a couple of recommendations that came from some of you via Facebook. So there was a couple of people that was writing to me, hey, have you tried this, or with the lights and all of these different things. Thank you. I've said it from the beginning. I continue to say it. We are not aiming for perfect. We're aiming for good enough, and then progression over time to become better and better. What really is important right now is obviously not what I look like, but what the products, the accessories is looking like, how gorgeous it is, or how not gorgeous it is. And we're looking into, these things, utilizations, what can we do with it, and all of these things. So perfect is not what we're looking for. So stay with me on this one as you're part of the journey now going forward. And this time around, let me just open my energy drink here, because it's been a long day. And I'm excited for a lot of things that are coming up here, not only this week, but also next week as well. I'll tell you a couple of things about that. So here we go. This time around, we are not going to talk watches per se. There will be another drop. Hopefully, I'll be able to manage it to do it this week. Very interesting brand, Hamilton. I am very excited to go into details on that. But this time around, we're going to look at something else. We are going to look at not the Bangles. That's not what we're gonna look at. We are gonna look at the JN Bangles, and I should have like a post that I put up here and make a small little disclaimer and say that I do of course have an interest in the brand where these bangles are coming from. I am an affiliate there. I will put my affiliate link underneath when we're done with the video, so you can have a look at that one. I'm not gonna force you to buy anything. That's not me, that's not my style. That's not how I roll with things, but you can have a look at it. But I think more important is not so much just this type of bangle from Jesper Nielsen. I think what is absolutely much more important is bangles in general, and these types of bangles that I have to show you. There is going to be a small little break, not small little break, but there will be a small little intermezzo, because at one point I want to show you what it will look like with not only a shine, but also with a black, right? So I want to test and try some things there. So bear with me on that one as well. But again, it wouldn't be my corner of the world if I would not start with a bit of history and go back in time. And so that's no different this time around, because I really want to take you on a bit of a journey so you understand again why Bangles is, in my opinion, maybe one of the most significant pieces of jewelry, not only for women, but nowadays also for men. But the significance, where is it coming from? Generally speaking, if you're looking at bangles, there's like a couple of reasons why bangles are so incredibly important. Not only important, but also loved. It's absolutely something to do with the history of bangles in general, and we'll get to that in a bit. But the history It's absolutely, truly, and utterly unique. I think there is something around the cultural aspect of it. If you look at bangles, you would most probably think of India, Pakistan. You would think marriage. You would think about these things, but there's so much more to it than just that aspect. It's amazing gift. It's simple, it's unique, and it's a lovely, lovely gift to give to people. The creativity, and this is one of the things that I talk about. I don't use the word creativity. I use words like dimensions. Kind of means the same thing, but it's really one of the opportunities to play around with multiple dimensions and put your style just a bit higher. Just give it that extra little boost there. With jewelry, there's one thing that's truly, utterly amazing when jewelry is done proper, and that is it's timeless, right? The same thing we've talked about with timepieces, right? If you buy the right quality, if you buy that uniqueness, it's gonna last you for life because it's so truly amazing and simply perfect. And then one of the things that I think is, and this is the thing I love the most about bangles, and also spirits, for example, is you can mix and match it and truly make it your own style. And that style is a truly unique reflection and extension to who you are and what you are. Okay, so I find that there truly, truly amazing because it's so easy and so nimble to do, but yet the outcome of that is just so significant, or can be so significant, right? There is very little to be careful with when it comes to bangles. In terms of color, you can't really go that wrong with color. What you could go wrong with is wearing simply too many of it, especially because I'm talking to my male audience right now. So of course, wearing a whole hand or whole arm full of bangles, let's not go that way there. Now, but why is it that bangle is like really such a unique piece? Well, so we have to go back in history, right? And we're talking about 2.5, 3,000 years, maybe more in history, where we started seeing the early history showing bangles. And what we have of historical evidence is that bangles was traditional. Again, as I refer to this one, that specific case is around the India, Pakistan area, where it was really, really used for wedding ceremonies, where the color of the bangle was representative of different types of good luck, good fortune, fertility, and all of these different things. So you would mix and match it almost to make sure that the God blessed you with fertility, wealth, happiness, and all of these different things. And so we very much look at it as connected in ancient culture or old culture as to wedding ceremonies, that the women would be wearing bangles. It would be a gift to, to kind of bless them with all of the goodness that they needed to have in their life, with family, kids, blah, 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 what have you. Now, here's an interesting thing though, and that's one of the things that I find absolutely mind-blowing, incredibly mind-blowing. There are historical evidence that if you go up towards Siberia, that we have the first types of bangles, not metal, not glass. Bangles can be made in glass as well. Obviously not plastic, not even wood, but made in stone. Let me just repeat that. So we have evidence that the first types of bangles that was worn by a woman was made or carved in stone or chiseled in stone, and it's around 30,000 years old. 3 zeros and a lot of zeros. 30,000 years old. So now, when I said in the beginning, one of the reasons why people love bangles is the history. We typically just go back 2,000 years, 2,500 years. But what we really should do is go back another 30,000 years to find the real origin of the bangles. And with that there, it just becomes so significant. Now, overall history of jewelry has always had a significant meaning in life of people. That could be a status symbol, that could be a symbol for documentations, it could be whatever. And so the history of jewelry really goes back into basically the day of dawn, right? And what I find absolutely unique about bangles in itself is the fact that we went and we did something with stone, and then that whole time up until we really started documenting it with Sanskrit and all of these different things, it's just truly amazing. Now, I will say one thing when I was looking into the history of bangles is that bangles weren't called bangles. Bangles comes from a word in Sanskrit that basically means the piece of jewelry that adores your arm or that loves your arm and caress your arm, and the softness that touches your arm. Very, very poetic, very, very romantic, because that there is really what you need to look at when you want to get bangles that are going to be timeless. You need to look for that piece that when you put it on, like a watch, that feels like it belongs there. It has to be love at first sight. You can buy Cartier, you can buy the expensive brands, the designer brands, but if it's not you, it's not you. And that is one of the things where I think a lot of people are making massive, massive mistakes, is they buy the expensive things, but they will never wear it because it's not felt as it is an extension. It's not felt as it's supposed to be there. And I can tell you that because with timepieces, I have the same thing. I was doing a video last week. If you haven't checked it out, go and check it out, about Eterna. And what I really found the first time I put it on was it belongs on my wrist. It does belong on my wrist. It's supposed to be on my wrist, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, right? And so Bangles has the same feel, and it is supposed to be there. Or you have the feel that it looks nice, it's expensive, but it doesn't feel natural. And so those are some of the things that when you look for bangles, that's what you have to look for, right? When you look for bracelets as well, you might sacrifice comfort and the feel and all of these things for thinking that you look great. But don't do that, because you want to buy something that's going to last a long, long time, and not something that you're going to wear once and then, put it somewhere in a drawer and never wear it again. That just is very, very silly. Trust me, I've done that with a lot of things. Clothes, shoes, jewelry, and watches. It becomes expensive, and it's really silly to do. So test it, try it, and really fall in love with a bangle, because it's supposed to be love to your wrist. It's supposed to be care for your wrist. That's the great stuff there. Now, one of the things that when you're looking at bangles is really they come in such a variety, and you can get them in color, you can get them in shape, sizes, and all of these things. Typical quality or typical material that you get them in is in gold, silver, obviously. You can get rose, you can get platinum, you can get steel, right? So we will look at stainless steel for men because it lasts better and lasts longer. Because we're just we're not careful with our stuff, so we need something that lasts a bit more with that. You can buy the plastic ones. I wouldn't recommend you to do that. And you can also buy glass. I have seen it. So I've traveled. I think around 10 years ago, I spent a lot of time in India, where bangles is, everyday business. And there they have these incredible pieces where it's made out of glass. So they blow them in glass. It's not like, mass production. They actually blow them in glass, fit them, and the color combination and all of these things, just absolutely incredible. It really is something where you just look at it and say, wow, that's amazing. I wouldn't wear it myself because I know that I bump into things, so I would have it shattered almost immediately. But if you ever get the chance to buy glass bangles, maybe not to wear, but maybe just to own, I would definitely recommend you to do it, because they are just so beautiful. And also the mix and match that you can get with color, right? Where green, blue, red, yellow, whatever, they represent different things in terms of blessings to your life. Just the story there, perfect. Now, what we're gonna look at this time around, let me just take a sip. And by the way, remind you, if you haven't clicked subscribe already, do that. Click some likes as well. Give me some comments, all of these things. But now let's get back to the story. What we're gonna look at today is the bracelets from Jesper Nielsen. As I said, disclaimer. Where's my disclaimer sign? I don't have it. I'll get you one next time. Disclaimer: I am obviously an affiliate. An affiliate with Jesper Nielsen. So that means that if you would shop anything, I would get some sort of commissions out of it. But hey, that's not what we're here to discuss, because what we're really here to discuss is why it looks so cool as it does. And I'll show you why it does. So I'm gonna show you two. And I'll get you to boop, 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 boop. It's working. I just need to make sure that I get it here, right? So I'll get the stainless steel one here, boop, 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 and the matte black one. And so the cool thing, obviously the cool thing is not how they're packed, right? So that's not cool at all. But here comes the cool thing. So I am wearing a Rolex, as you can see. Now, if you wear a Rolex, you don't need to pimp it up at all. You don't need to add anything extra, because Rolex in general is just the coolest watch ever. I'm saying that, but I still have a watch that I'm negotiating price on right now. So when that comes, maybe I'm gonna change my opinion, and maybe that's gonna be the best watch ever that I've worn. But anyways, generally speaking, what we're looking at is if you just wanna add those 5-10% extra to your casual look, then Bangles is definitely something that you can do there. Let me make a bit of noise here with unwrapping it. Again, this is matte, right? So this is coated matte, and it's really thick, and it's pretty heavy. Now you can try, but you're not gonna move anything anywhere, right? Because it's solid. It's 100% solid. And when you see it, when you look at it, there's really nothing special about it. Nothing special until you start to notice that inside, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? You get a small little amazing jewellery stamp there. Is it visible? I think it is. There you go. AJE, amazing jewellery, because that's what it is. It's amazing jewellery. The weight of it, brilliant. Let's pop it on. I've bought it a bit bigger because I need to take it on and off quite a lot when I'm traveling and all of these things. Now being on lockdown, I don't have to travel anywhere, so I could have bought it a bit smaller. But bing bong bong bing bong, there you go. So that's what it looks like. Let me just try and see if I can navigate. Where is my arm going? My arm is going there. Then it's going over there and there. Bang! That's what it looked like. Now look at the dial, black. Look at the bracelet, or the bangle, sorry. Look at that, black. Bam! How cool is that? Now I will tell you a small little trick. What goes great with black? What goes great with black? Let me just show you. Boop, boop, boop. If I can get my arm. Where's my arm? I'm moving, and I can't really seem to hit it. But here we go. It's blue. Blue. Bang. There is nothing that looks cooler with black than blue. Nothing. It's one of the coolest like mixtures. And again, look at the simplicity of it. Look at the simplicity of it. There really is, there's nothing unique. But there is nothing unique. Yet when you put it together, wow, then it just hits it. It hits it. Bam. It's absolutely incredible. It's absolutely so incredible. It's super subtle, absolutely subtle, and there is really nothing that doesn't sit where it's not supposed to sit. It just is absolutely great. Now there is I love it. And I again, apologies for not really knowing how to figure all of these things out. I'm not a weatherman, so I still need to practice that a lot. Now I will pop this off, or actually I'm gonna try something else. Okay, now I've got the other one as well, which is absolutely super cool as well. Now I don't have my extra watch here because I forgot it. It's in another room, so you're not gonna get that. So, but let's just go with the simple look. So again, this is the stainless steel one, solid as well, right? Solid, absolutely solid. And then you've got the inside of it, and then again up Where am I showing it? Where am I showing it? You've got here the A, right? And so the A is, it's just such a small little subtle thing that makes it absolutely brilliant. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now let's pop that bad boy on. Again, nothing really significant, right? It's okay. It's okay. It looks cool, right? Very cool. Cool. Now let me show you what you can do with that, okay? Ready, set, just a second. Now I have Karma bracelets as well, okay? Karma bracelets, I'll do another video on that. Not right now, but I wanna show you something. What I'm doing right now is I use stainless steel, right, as the plat, or the platform, the foundation. And then I add a bit of black to it. Bang! Wait, let me see, where is it? There you go. Can you see it? How cool is that? There you go. Boop, boop. It's absolutely cool. It's super, super cool. Now, what you could do, and this is the thing that really, really starts to make the whole thing so much fun and so much multi-dimensional, is, so imagine what I just did now. I'll show you again, okay? So imagine what I did now with this one here. Silver or metal, right? Black, blue. Okay, so imagine you have a black on black piece, right? So I have a Seiko S5 that's black on black. Rim, case, everything, black. So imagine you wear stainless steel, right? Not the matte black, but the one that I just showed you. This one. Bang, right? This one here. There you go, that one. Imagine you're wearing that one, black, stainless steel, and then black again. Like this. That rocks it, that rocks it, that rocks it. That just looks so cool. It absolutely gives you that extra 5-10% on the look. I love it. I think it's really, really, truly, truly cool. Now, these bad boys here that I have, the stainless steels, the matte black, and in general, I just find them incredibly cool. I love the size of them. I love the weight of them, and I love these small little, as I mentioned, these small little subtle things with the A, right? The amazing jewelry and all of these things. And this is, for me, that's how you do it. Now, what's really, really cool about this whole thing here is that what you could do as well is that if you have some other Karma, right, is that you could actually add on top of it. You could go a bit more crazy. You don't have to, because this is already more than enough. Now, it's just brilliant, right? It just sits there and it just rocks it together. One last thing, right? I prefer to have it underneath my watch, right? So I prefer to have it closer to my hand than above my watch. I don't know why people would wear anything above here, because you want to have it down to your wrist, okay? So that's, in my opinion, how you should be doing it. Now, I will tell you one thing. If it's cold where you are right now, you need to wear gloves outside. Don't wear bangles. Don't wear bracelets, because it just gets to become a nightmare to actually pick them up. How I do it myself is, obviously, because I'm an affiliate with a company, is that I use the discounts that they have. And so this one, or actually those two, I picked up with minus 50%. So basically, I think they were running around 45 euros a pop, and I picked up two of them for 45 euros, right? So that's how I do it, and absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Do I wear it every day? No, I don't. I don't wear it every day. Would I wear it on specific occasions where I feel like I just want to make a bit extra with my style? You betcha. Absolutely would. Absolutely would. And so, of course, you can make you can make the combination as much as you want to, as wild as you want to. You could even, and that's just for show, right? You could even add black again on it. Does it look a bit too much? I don't think so. Would I wear it myself personally? No, I wouldn't, right? But you can. There's nothing wrong in it. So it actually is something that is way cooler than you think. It's absolutely something that it just adds so much dimension to your style. And it's just like one of those things that screams like, yeah, this guy knows. This guy knows, right? Get yourself a proper timepiece. And again, we'll review a bucket loads of them over time. We'll find the one that fits you, the price level that fits you. Get that piece. And then you can start to mix and match your style with these things, right? Because you just want to take your style that little tiny bit up, right? And once it's there and you're walking outside and you're going like, hey, what's up, right? What's up? And people are like, oh, this guy, wow, right? And so that's what we're working on. We're working on the fact that, you know, your appearance is there. It sits. It's you, right? And does that mean that we need to chisel off a couple of corners, left, right, front, and center? Maybe, right? But that's what we're gonna do as well with you. And by the way, you are beautiful just the way you are, right? That's not what we're saying. We're looking at your style. So before I start to upset people that thinks that like, yeah, but like people are like perfect as they are. Absolutely. We're talking about style. We're not talking about personalities. That could be another video or many videos, right? What we are looking at is boosting that little level of extra self-confidence that can come with jewelry. Because make no mistakes, one of the biggest benefits of wearing beautiful jewelry is that it helps build your inner beauty and your inner self-confidence. It is true. It is true that jewelry has always had that effect on not only women, but also men, right? It is that it can give you that extra boost of believing in yourself. And what's wrong with that, right? What's wrong with that? And so that is really what we're looking to do, right? So when you are, during the summer, you're strolling down the street, wearing your casual jeans, a couple of nice shoes, t-shirt or whatever. I mean, you just have that look that just goes like, I have arrived, right? I have arrived. You all know I've arrived. And look at these things, and people will go like, oh, what the hell? And then of course you can say, hey, subscribe to Martin's video, you'll be as cool as me. But no, seriously, that's what we're looking at. We're not looking at something flamboyant. We're not looking at something that's like, oh my God, this is like, you know, only he can wear it. No, we're looking at something that can add a bit of extra flavor and ingredients to your own cooking, right? And so bangles for a man, this is, by the way, these are unisex, right? So woman, you can buy that as well. Ladies, you can buy that as well. Girls, you can buy that as well. And it looks amazing on you as well. But what I wanted to say is that bangles absolutely is something that you should have in your drawer at home, because it really goes that well on your wrist with a sexy timepiece. It goes incredible. So that there is the reason why I have picked up. The minute I saw them, I was like, yeah, I'm getting them, right? And they are like, again, I'm a big fan. If you go on Facebook, you can see my videos that I did about Karma, or maybe I'll redo it for YouTube as well. But Karma bracelets is something I've loved like ever since I can remember. And now with the bangle, adding that extra thing on top of it is like, yeah, it works. I mean, it's supposed to be. It's like, you know, almost like Lego. Sits perfect. Book. Right? So, great timepiece, a bit of a bangle on your wrist, right? And then an extra bracelet or Karma in my case, right? That gives you that extra little bit of, you know, flavor to the style. Super subtle. Nothing sticks out. Nothing. It is supposed to be there. It's just there. And that for me is why these bangles that I bought from Jesper, not Jesper himself, but from the shop from Jesper Nielsen, why these bangles for me are amazing is because they belong on my wrist. It's love, it's care, it's really meant to be there. And you might think that I'm a bit of a nutcase when I say these things, but I can tell you I have had other bangles where I wore them and I'm like, no. I had one in silver, besides the fact that I broke it really fast. It was never meant to be there. These, they're meant to be there. And that there is, in my eyes, sign of an incredible product. So having said that, right? Try it for yourself, right? Find the type, the style, not too big, not too small as a man, because you want to get something that really sits proper. You want to get something that is subtle, that is neat, right? That doesn't take the attention away from everything else. And remember, one of the really, really important things that we're trying to do here and that I'm trying to get you to understand is that when you're building your style, you are not going big on one thing, small on something else. What you're doing is you're really, really combining it, right? Layer by layer by layer. Imagine you're going skiing, okay? Imagine you go skiing. If you're from a country where you never have snow, that's difficult to imagine, but okay, play along with me. When you go out and it's minus 20 degrees and you're gonna go and ski, you're not wearing only a pair of pants and a shirt or a jacket or like a jumpsuit or whatever. You're not wearing that. You build it based on layers, right? You have your inner layer, your mid layer, and your outer layer. So imagine that's what we're doing with your style. We are building layer upon layer upon layer, and it's all very, very subtle. It's all very, very gentle, but the eventual outcome of it is just gonna be rocking. It's gonna be really, really cool. That's what we're trying to do. So don't look at one thing that solves everything, because it doesn't work. Look for the things that combined looks amazing. Look at the things that are complementing. And as I said, and I will continue to say, because I really want you to understand that, is look at the things that adds dimensions and sophistication to your style. Once you find those things, and I hope I will be able to help you find those things, then you have really, really ingredients for a look that is going to be absolutely awesome. So these are the ones. Now let me see if I can get a good shot on it. Last but not least, there you get it. Bam! That's what they look like. So that's what I had this time around. I hope you liked the video. Again, apologies for not being able to move everything around as it's supposed to be. I'm still learning, aren't we all? But here's the thing. Bangles, they are incredible. They will look amazing the minute you find the right style for you, right? The style that really is complementary to you and your personality, right? So it's not about me. It's not about your neighbor. It's about you finding your style, okay? My opinion about bangles is that they absolutely belong in your closet or in your box of jewelry, even as a man, because they just add, it's like salt and pepper to your food. It just adds that little extra flair, that extra little flavor that just makes it all go, yeah, this is really, really nice. Timepieces, we'll get back to that, and that will review for a long time, because I've got a lot of them that I actually need to show you. But the timepiece on itself, yes, you can do that, but we are looking for that extra 5-10% that just pops everything and just makes everything go like it's supposed to be like that. These bangles absolutely fits that notion. So have a look at bangles in general. The history of bangles is just fascinating, as I explained to you, right? And that's the reason why we love them, right? That's the reason why they are amazing, because of the history, because of the legacy, and because of the ease of combining, the ease of playing around with them. But the beauty and the uniqueness of them just is unbelievable. So having said that, I'm gonna leave it for now. I hope that you liked the video. Click like underneath. Drop me a comment on what you think about bangles. And don't forget to subscribe, because hopefully we're gonna drop a video on Hamilton this week still. Woo! I hope. If not, it will come early next week. We still have a lot of research to do on that one, because that is really fascinating as well. So hope that you have a great day. Take care and see you very soon.